Hello, everyone, and a very warm-hearted welcome to all the seekers of truth. We welcome you to this 21-day Sahaja Yoga meditation journey, and thank you all for joining us for this session. My name is Rajni, and I'm glad to be one of your hosts for today's session. This Zoom live session is being recorded and also being live streamed in YouTube. So we humbly request you to switch off your cameras and mute your microphones. Thank you. And before I begin, I would like you to be introduced to my co-host, Marinia, to extend you all a native New Zealand welcome. Over to you, Marinia.
No mai hai mai ki tēnei wahi tapu hai mai wairua tapu. Kia ora, nau mai haere mai ki this evening's Sahaja Yoga meditation program, 21 days. We're so excited again to have you all back again, and we have got quite a few things to offer you today. I'll pass you back over to Rajni, who will give us a debrief on the past couple of days and how we're feeling today. Kia ora, Rajni.
Thank you, Marinia. So, how is everybody feeling today? You had beautiful last 2 days, and you must have taken some notes and try to do a little meditation, and hope you are feeling a little calmer inside. There is a joy that is oozing out. You are happy. And time now to take few deep breaths and bring your attention inside. You must have had a busy day. So let us take a few deep breaths. Awesome. Thank you. Hope you are a little relaxed now and feeling peace and calmness inside. I would request you all to diarize in your journal how you are feeling before the session. So you can take a few moments to jot down how you are feeling on your fingertips. How are you feeling on your palms or on top of your head? Take your time and just diarize. Thank you. So in the last 2 days, you have learned about the beautiful institution inside our subtle system. And also you have learned about your own mother energy, Kundalini, that sits in your sacrum bone, below the vertebral column in triangular bone. You have also learned how to awake that energy inside you and connect to this beautiful, all-pervading power. You have also learned about how to meditate, how to protect yourself, that is Bandhan. And also you learned about the 3 channels, the left, the right, and the center. And hope you all have enjoyed the last 2 days. Those you who have joined today, a very warm-hearted welcome to you. And I'm sure you will enjoy this journey. This is your own journey, your own spiritual ascent. So before doing a further ado, I now pass on to my co-host, Marinia, who will talk about the highlights of today's session. Thank you for listening to me. Over to you, Marinia.
Kia ora. Thank you, Rajni. That was a beautiful debrief of what happened yesterday. And once again, those who have come this evening for the first time, no mai haere mai, welcome. We have a lot of people that are here from afar, from across the country, as well as overseas. And it is such a blessing for us, as well as for New Zealand on a whole, to have your attention here and for us to share this experience with you. For tonight's session, we're going to be going through the introduction of a foot soak and balancing our channels. So balancing our channels using the elements, and Tina will be showing you through that. And after Tina takes you through a short meditation on balancing, we'll be listening to a talk by Shri Mataji, where she will be explaining in her words about foot soaking, followed by a brief short meditation with music. And then Ravi will be introducing us to the foot soak in preparation, what you'll need to do later on in our following sessions. I think week 6 we'll actually be doing the foot soak. And then later we'll be doing an interaction and question and answering. That's when we'll open the floor to questions. And if anyone who is here for the first time, we do have breakout rooms as well, also for those who would like to have a mentor or to follow on with other questions as well, but we'll explain that later. Once again, welcome and enjoy today's session, and just relax. Make sure you're sitting in comfortably, either on a floor or on a chair, and and enjoy the space. And I'll hand you over to Tina. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Hi everyone, my name is Tina and I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga for almost 2 decades now and I of course love it. Hopefully today I can impart some of the knowledge that I have learnt with you and today we'll be talking about the 3 channels. So let's begin. If you look at the picture in front of you, you can see the subtle system. This is probably becoming familiar to more of you now as we've been showing this diagram throughout the meditation. So the subtle system, we've already talked a little bit about the Kundalini energy in our sacrum bone and the 7 energy centers. Today I want to focus on talking about the 3 channels. So if you look at the middle image, you can see there is the blue channel, that's the left channel, the yellow channel, the right channel, and then also the central channel, which is where the Kundalini rises when it's activated through Sahaja Yoga meditation and passes through each of the energy centers and up through the Sahasrara, the very last energy center, and out through the top of our head. So what do these channels represent and why are they important? So the left channel reflects our past and it is also the represents our desires. Conversely, on the right, it is the channel of the future and also represents our action. So to fulfill the desires, you need to have action. So they're sort of like opposite ends of the spectrum. And if I can describe it in a different way, often as human beings, we can often be a bit more right or a bit more left-sided. At the extreme end of things, someone who is extremely left-sided tends to be someone who is more emotional, more sentimental, always thinking about the past, and perhaps a bit more lethargic. So it may be more difficult to get motivated or get up in the morning. On the other side of the extreme, end of the extreme, someone who is extremely right-sided is very futuristic, always on the go, planning, doing this and that. It may be more difficult to relax and often they're overthinking. And that can lead to a lot of stress. It is good through our meditation to introspect about what we are like, because it might be very easy to identify, yes, we know someone who's extremely left-sided or right-sided, but we want to look inwards and think, am I a bit more right or left-sided? Because through identifying this, we can then correct this, that we're more in the middle or more balanced. And you might identify sometimes on some days that you're a bit more right-sided. On other days, you may identify as being a bit more left-sided. And that is very common. Often we do swing as human beings from right to left side, from one side to the other. And it can be due to the circumstances of the day. You might also notice, though, that sometimes you have more of a tendency to be a bit more right or left-sided, like sometimes it's not ingrained, but it's more of our personality to be particularly towards one side. And that doesn't matter. It's good to sort of identify it, but through meditation, we try and regardless of whether we're more right or left-sided, we try and balance ourselves by being in the center. You'll see that there is also the central channel, and that is what we hope to achieve through Sahaja Yoga meditation. So the previous 2 sessions, we've been doing different affirmations to get to the goal of self-realization, which is when this Kundalini energy is activated. Why that's important is when this Kundalini is activated through self-realization, it then passes through all of these energy centers through the central channel and then comes out at the top of our head. And that is what meditation is about. It is being in the center, in the central channel, and therefore achieving balance and inner peace, amongst many other qualities. The central channel is also this the quality of pure desire. So it's the desire to be with the eternal. I mentioned in the beginning that the left channel is also reflecting a desire, but that desire that's part of the left side is more about the desire to be, our wants to perhaps achieve wealth or something material. And we know that those desires aren't pure, they're not satiable. We might achieve something, but then we're left wanting more. On the other hand, when you're in the center, when we talk about pure desire, that's different. That's a desire that is satiable, and that's achieved through self-realization. You'll feel this inner peace, and you'll feel more fulfilled. It's something that is satiable. Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga meditation, also describes the right and the left channel. She uses the analogy of like the accelerator and the brake. So, for example, the right being the accelerator of a car and the left being the brake of a car. Now, we can't just have our foot on one pedal continuously. If we had our foot on the accelerator continuously, we'd be veering off to one side and something bad's going to happen. If, however, we've also always got our foot only on the brake, then nothing's going to happen. We're not going to move anywhere. So just like how you have to be the master or the driver in the car who sits behind, being able to control both the brake and the accelerator in the same way through self-realization or Sahaja Yoga meditation, we become the master where we can control our own brake and accelerator, or the right and the left channel. And that's important because when we can control that, we are in the center and we feel more balanced. The right and the left also represent, in physical terms, the sympathetic nervous systems, whereas the central channel is our parasympathetic system. And as we know, this is the nervous system that helps us to relax. So that's probably enough talking for today. I always say to beginners that although we do give you a lot of background and information, it doesn't matter if you forget all of this. It's more of a bit of a background. The most important thing is that you experience the meditation. So now I'd like to take you through a simple technique to balance our right and left channel and be in the center channel. So this is a simple technique that you can use daily, and often for those of us who have been meditating for a while, this is the technique that we will use to begin our meditation. I know that in the past we've gone through all the affirmations to get to self-realization, and you're welcome, more than welcome to do that throughout meditation, but we always say it's not mandatory. Often that's to get you into self-realization. Once you've achieved that, when you go and do your daily meditations, you don't have to go through all the steps. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Often we will just sit in meditation with our attention on our Sahasrara, but also do a simple balancing technique, which I'll show you today. So let's begin. Let's all sit comfortably, first of all, with our feet flat on the ground if we're in a chair, or cross-legged on the ground, whatever's comfortable. I'll show you with all of our eyes open first what we'll be going through, and then at the end we can all close our eyes and practice this meditation technique. So, in order to balance our left channel, we want to first of all leave our left hand on our lap, palm up, and place our right hand on Mother Earth. So if you're sitting on the ground, you can place your palm on the ground. If you're in a chair, you can have your right arm dangling by your side with your fingertips towards Mother Earth. So this is a technique to balance our left channel. Next, we'll balance the right channel. So if you can place your right hand back on your lap, palm up, and we're going to bend our left arm, elbow up, so that our palm is facing behind us. And this is a technique to balance our right channel. And last of all, we're going to balance our central channel. Once we've done the right and the left balancing, we're going to place both of our hands back on our lap, palms up. We're last of all going to then place our hand, so our palm at the top of our head, applying a bit of pressure at the top of our fontanelle area, which is where our Sahasrara is, our last energy center. This is where we want to keep our attention, on this last energy center. So if you apply a bit of firm pressure, that then allows us to remember, yes, that's where we want our attention. Perfect. So let's begin the meditation, this balancing technique. And I'll guide you through it. You can periodically open your eyes if you forget what to do, but I will talk you through it. So please, if you can, try and have your eyes closed. And let's start off with both of our hands on our lap with the palms facing upwards. And let's all take a couple of deep breaths in and out to begin with. Let's begin by balancing our left channel. So keep your left hand on your lap, palm up, and then place your right hand on the ground or towards the ground if you're sitting on a chair. Keep your attention at the top of your head with your eyes closed. And we can ask in our heart silently to ourselves, to our Kundalini energy, we can ask, please balance our left channel. This Kundalini is a mothering and nurturing energy, so we can address the Kundalini as mother and say, Mother, please balance our left channel. Please remove all the negativities in my left channel. Next, let's balance our right channel. So let's place our right hand back on our lap with our palm facing up, and then bend our left elbow so our palms facing towards the back of us. Keeping our eyes closed and our attention at the top of our head, we can ask silently, Mother, please help me to clear my right channel. And please remove all the negativities from my right channel. When you finish balancing the right channel, you can place both our hands back on our laps with the palms facing upwards, and we can balance the central channel. And lastly, let's place our palm at the top of our head. Apply a bit of firm pressure as we have our heads bowed. If you like, you can even massage your scalp while applying a bit of firm pressure. So rotate your hand clockwise slowly. If you ever find your attention drifting, you can always go back to this particular action by applying a bit of firm pressure on top of your head. This is our last energy center, the Sahasrara, and this is where we want our attention to be throughout meditation. Let's place both our hands back on our lap, but let's keep our attention at the top of our head and enjoy a few minutes of silent meditation. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Let's keep both our hands on our lap, and we will shortly listen to a talk by the founder, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. We try and listen to a talk in all of our sessions because Shri Mataji, being the founder of this Sahaja Yoga technique, She shares with us a lot of wisdom about Sahaja Yoga meditation, and she often talks about our energy centers and our inner state as well, our subtle system. So it's quite a good learning as well. Particularly going to learn about the background and learn more about ourselves, or that is what part of this journey is about, is to listen to part of Shri Mataji's talks. So I hope you'll enjoy this talk, and I recommend, if you can, to still be in meditation during this talk. What I mean by that is you can have your eyes open, but still try and keep your attention on top of your head as you enjoy this talk.
You have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot conceptualize it with our human awareness. We cannot order it. We cannot manipulate it. We cannot organize it. It is what it is, has been and will be. And what is the truth? Truth is that we are surrounded, or we are penetrated, or we are nourished, looked after and loved by a very subtle energy, which is the energy of divine love. The second truth is that we are not this body, this mind, these conditionings, this ego, but we are the spirit. You don't have to accept what I am saying blindly, because blind faith leads to fanaticism. But as scientists, you must keep your mind open and see for yourself what I am saying. If it is so, honestly, you must accept it. We know so much through science about our civilization, our advancement. This is the advancement of a tree which has grown outside very much. But if we do not know our roots, we will be destroyed. So it is important to know about our roots. And this is what it is that I would say are our roots. As you can see, there are 7 centers within us. And these subtle centers are placed in the spinal cord and in the brain. These cater to our physical, mental, emotional and spiritual needs. On the physical side, they manifest the energy for the use of our plexuses, which look after our physical problems. That is on the right side. The energy which is supplied by this yellow line, a subtle channel, we call it as the Pingala Nadi. This supplies energy for our physical and mental actions. So this is the power of action within us, which also caters to the right sympathetic nervous system. The another channel you see on the left hand side is the channel by which we desire, put our energy to our desire. So this is the power of desire and looks after our emotions. This is the one which looks after our conditionings also. At the end of these two channels, they create two institutions. One on the right side crosses over, and the yellow balloon that you see is the ego, is the balloon of ego that we have. And the left hand side one, which conditions our mind, is the balloon of superego. As we start growing in age, by the time we are 12 years of age, these two completely meet and the soft bone in our head becomes completely calcified. Now there's third energy within us, which is in the center. And this central energy is the one which has made us human beings. And these centers are the milestones of our evolution. So now the last jumping is left out. It has reached up to the limbic area. Now, only thing is it has to break through the soft bone on the head and break through that, which is the actualization of baptism. Baptism is not an artificial thing. It is an actualization. But the energy that does it is, we call it sleeping energy, in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That means the Greeks knew that this is a sacred bone, that they called it sacrum. This energy has to rise and break through that fontanelle bone area and connect us to that subtle divine power which we have never felt during human awareness.
So let's continue to meditate. So we'll enjoy a short meditation, and this time we'll play some background music. So let's all sit comfortably, hands on our lap, palms facing up, and lift our attention to the top of our head while we meditate with some beautiful music in the background.
Hello everyone, I'm Ravi. I'm practicing and enjoying Sahaja Yoga from the last 6 years. Now I'll share knowledge about Sahaja Yoga food soaking technique using water element. Before that, why we need food soak. In our day-to-day activities, we use amounts of physical, mental, and emotional energy. And after that, we feel ourselves exhausted and stressful. General methods we feel feeling relaxed if we most of us walking on earth, walking on beach side, walking on river side, sometimes barefoot on sand, as well as barefoot on grass. And the favorite one is my favorite one is walking barefoot in the morning dew is great help to feel you relaxed. And sometimes we feel relaxed, we take shower. So why we feel relaxed? Simple. This the human body, just like the entire universe, is made up of the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. And all five elements help us to clear our subtle system. All our elements help us to rinse and observe our negativity from our body. So, what is Sahaj food soaking technique? Food soaking is a Sahaj yoga technique which many people recognize from everyday life. It's quite simple. It is the Sahaj yoga version of putting the feet in a bucket of water as a way of relaxing end of the day. And it is best done in the evening. And the main difference in Sahaja terms is that salt is added to water. Salt represent earth element. What it does, the element of water rinses away negativity, and salt, earth element, observe away negativity. These techniques relieves the body of stress and allow us for a peaceful and relaxed night rest. Now, what do you need to do food soak? Simple. You need a bucket, salt, 3 or 4 tablespoon of salt, any kind of salt, plain salt, rock salt. You can use a towel to dry your feet, tumbler of clean water to rinse your feet after food soak. And here you must be thinking what type of water you want to use. You can use want to use cold water or hot water. Yeah, if you have a hot right channel or right have heat in the right hand side, you can experiment with using cold water. And if you have a cold left channel, that means tinglings and the book is indicated in your left hand, then you can experiment with warm water or hot water. How to do it? It's very simple. In our next sessions, we are showing live demo. There are some steps we will be doing there. These are basic steps that you sit comfortably in a chair with your hands out on your lap. Place your feet in a bucket of water containing handful of salt. Put the salt into water, and the water should reach your ankle. Place your feet into the water, sit for 10 minutes in the water, rinse and dry the feet, and throw the water down to the toilet. Wash your hand and sit for another meditation. And after that, to close your meditation, raise your Kundalini and give yourself a bandhan. So, in our previous session, we explained how to take bandhan. So, both the palm open towards your body and right palm facing left palm, and your right hand towards left hand upwards like this. And here we put first knot, one. The same way, rotate your right hand towards left hand upwards. Give here two knots, one, two. Now third time, same technique. Give here three notes, one, two, three. Now you have to take bandhan, your left, open your left palm and right palm towards facing left palm. Then over your shoulders or the head, give yourself 7 times a bandhan. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. And sit for meditation. Now over to you, Auntie Rajani. Thank you.
Welcome everyone once again. So how are you feeling? Tina just showed you how to balance your left and right channel. And you must be feeling a little better before the session, and after the session, there is a change now. So it's good time to just diarize how you felt when you were balancing your left channel and when you were balancing your right channel. Just take a few moments to just diarize. And be honest to yourself how you felt. Where was your attention? Were you calmer inside? Were you loving your mother energy inside? Awesome, thank you. So we also learned about the foot soak. Ravi talked about the 5 elements, and he tried to explain to you about one of the elements that helps us to clear our right channel if we are having a heavy day, busy day, we are tired. And foot soak in any case is beautiful, walking by the beach. And you must have noticed water draws us towards river or sea, and we feel so happy. That's the reason, because we are made up of 5 elements. And one of the important element is water. So you have got now almost everything that you needed to know about Mother Kundalini, about the subtle system that is placed inside your body. And as Shri Mataji, our Reverend Guru, said, that take it as a hypothesis, as a scientist who likes to experiment. observe and draws the inference. So in your 3 days journey, I'm sure you had few things in your mind, few questions before you joined. And as you have progressed, your thought process is changed. You have become a scientist now, and you are experimenting because it's a living process. And being a living process, you feel the vibrations on your hand, on your fingertips. I will now pass you over to my co-host, Marinia. Over to you, Marinia.
Kia ora. Hello again, everyone. Just before we finish off today, I'd like to refer you back to our website for any more information, and all our resources are there at www.freemeditation.com.au/May 2022. You're free to join our WhatsApp group as well, so you get the daily updates of what's happening for each of our programs for the 21 days. We also have an email on 21 days May 2022@gmail.com. For anyone that would like to stay on, we're going to open up the floor soon for question and answering time. But before that, I want to actually acknowledge and thank Tina for such a wonderful, clear presentation today on the balancing. It was very clear, very specific, and again, thank you to Savi as well. I had to have a bit of a chuckle to myself because Savi comes from a professional IT background, and we did have a bit of interruption there, but I think that was from his Wi-Fi connection or something, so I'm sure we'll correct that for tomorrow. And all of us yogis all come from different backgrounds and professional backgrounds. I work as a public servant at Oranga Tamariki and Youth Justice, so I find meditation is what helps me keep a balanced and simple life. Otherwise, you can get quite caught up out there in the community, especially these days. And Tina comes from a medical professional background, but after today's presentation, you'd think that she was a TV presenter. She was so natural at presenting our program today. But I'd like to ask you all a question before we hand it over to you for question time, and that is, could you put down in your chat line where you come from, what country you are at there today? Because for us, it's really exciting to know that we've got people from Ireland, America, the UK, and each day we're finding out little by little. But the whole reason why we're open to question and answers too, and eventually we will have breakout rooms. The reason why is that we'd love for you all to interact with us and to get to know you and have that rapport, so then we can follow up or refer you to people in your country or other Sahaja Yogis throughout the world that can help you at home and to help you grow along this journey. Because we're not going to abandon you after 21 days. We would like to extend our learning and extend our relationship with you all as well. So once again, thank you all for today. And now we'll open up the floor for question and answering. And Rajni and I and Sobik and Ravi will help you the best we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Marinia. As you said, there is no age bar. There is no limit. There is no bar of profession or from where we come from, because it's our individual journey and it's for our spiritual ascent. So yes, beautiful. And I congratulate you once again who have joined the session on 3rd day of your spiritual journey, and really commendable. I would say each one of you are full of love. The vibrations are so strong. We feel as practitioners, we are feeling your presence, your love. We can feel on our fingertips. So thank you for showering your love to us and attending this journey.
Thank you, Harish. Harish is here all the way from Hyderabad, and he's been practicing for 4 years. Okay, Sobek's asked us to, the bandhan was not visible. Can Medina show it again? Yes, I can. So I'm not sure if you can see me from where I'm sitting. I'll just take this away from my screen so I can't see that. So our hands start from down by our waist area. Oops, let me move you back. So we're facing the palm of our hand and it's placed in front of our navel area. So looking at the left hand part of your palm, and the right hand sits behind it. And we're going to move this hand upwards. And as we're looking up, so the left hand's going straight up. And the right hand is raveling around, going around it in a circular motion. Unfortunately, you can't see me properly there. And we tie one knot at the top of our head. It's one knot. And we do it again, starting from the navel area, looking at the palm. And we go upwards again a second time. Then we tie two knots. It's 1 and 2. Then we start again from the navel area, looking at the palm, going upwards for a third time. Why we do it 3 times is for the 3 channels. And we tie a knot, 3 knots at the top. 1, 2, 3. Now placing both of our hands on our lap. And our right hand is going to go towards the left hand side of our hip. And it's going to come over like a rainbow from one side of your hip to the other side and back again. And we do this with a rhythm 7 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the 7 times is for the 7 energy centers for us to protect those. And the bandana is a band of protection to protect our aura and to protect ourselves. And we normally do that before and after meditation to keep us and our tension on top of our head, our sahasrara. So if you raise your hand right now, without thinking, just feel. I can feel cool on the top of my head.
Oh,
Very cool. So you take your hand back down to your lap and bring it back up again. Try it with your left hand. After this evening's session, both of our hands should be very cool. And if not, that's okay. If you don't feel anything, that's okay too. We know some Sahaja Yogis that took them many years, especially people that work with their hands and heart all the time, or, there might be just blockages. And we've all got our catches and our blockages, but we'll explain that later as we progress. And thank you again for coming this evening. Do we have any questions there? Oh, he's Yogesh from India. Kia ora, Yogesh. Wow, thank you. Yes, the bandana is a kavach. Okay, there's a question here, Rajni. Maybe you'll be able to answer this. If we feel lethargic, we clear our left side. Oh, no, that's someone explaining it. Sorry, I missed the question. It's hard to keep up with these questions and look at the screen at the same time. Okay, Carol. Oh, kia ora, Carol, from the UK. She's been practicing for many years as well.
oh, good on you.
Yeah, I can take over that question from Yogesh.
Okay, kia ora. Thank you, Sobi, because I can't really see from the side. Thank you.
Bandhan and Kavach, they are actually the same thing. So with the Bandhan, what happens is we actually spread the aura of our energy from the vibrations we're getting from our hands all over ourselves. And in return, what it does is it actually spreads the energy or the vibrations to all the chakras and the channels in our subtle body. So it gives us the protection from all kind of negative attention and attack from outside to our attention. So it is a very good idea to put ourselves in bandhan whenever we sit down for meditation, we finish the meditation, and when we go out of our house every day. So they are the same, kavach and bandhan.
Just like when wind is blowing, we close our windows so we are safe inside. So Kavach is your protection. Yes. So your attention remains inside and it doesn't fritter. Beautiful. Thank you, Sobek.
Okay, do we have any more questions? Doesn't look like it. So if there's no more questions, we can close up for this evening. We'd like to thank you again for coming. And welcome back for tomorrow.
Looks
We'll be
like
here
they're
waiting
in
for you.
a meditative mood, everyone. They enjoyed so much.
Right. Would you like to wrap us up and close us up for tonight, Rajni?
So is there any other question? Sorry.
Maybe we want to tell what is there tomorrow, just as a heads up.
Okay.
to everyone.
Excuse me, I'm not prepared for that one. Do you know what's on for tomorrow? I just have to have a quick look.
Anyway, tomorrow it will be overviews of chakras and balancing, and trying to understand which chakras are at what state. So that's what will be the tomorrow's session.
Yes, we're just going a little bit more in depth with the 3 channels that Shri Mataji was talking about and that Tina did the balancing with. So we just understand each of those channels, left, right, and center a little bit more, and do another balancing meditation and further information about balancing that you can do at home, such as the foot soak.
Yes.
Thank you, Dipti. Thank you.
Thank you, Dipti.
Thank you, Nick.